Hello horse racing fans, and welcome to another brief history lesson. As the 38th running of the Breeders' Cup World Championships approaches us in less than 2 weeks, I thought it'd be fun to go back in time to the foundation of the Breeders' Cup. And I'm not just talking about the 1984 inaugural running, I'm talking about just the idea of an end-of-year horse racing championship, because the Breeders' Cup is not the first time this has been attempted. 9 years before the first ever Breeders' Cup was made, there was another end-of-year racing championship, the National Thoroughbred Championship, held on November 1st, 1975. And it didn't work as well as the Breeders' Cup did. "1975 was a different time for horse racing. 2.5 years hadn't even elapsed yet since Secretariat had won the Belmont Stakes by 31 lengths and ended the Triple Crown drought. And the hottest horse in town was named Forego. He was tall, bay, and had just won his second Woodward Stakes. He was going to be the headlining racehorse for this new National Thoroughbred Championship. The purse, $350,000. While it's only a tenth of the initial purse for the Breeders' Cup Classic, it was still a huge purse, and it would be held at the Oak Tree Meet at Santa Anita. All seemed to be set up for a great end-of-year race that would start a new tradition in racing. But then, Forego's ankles flared up. Although Forego was able to last longer than most racehorses on the track, being able to race competitively up until the age of 8, he was infamously unsound, with weak ankles. His biggest Achilles heel was an enlarged sesamoid in his left front ankle. However, every single ankle in his body was injured at some point, having his right hind, his left hind, and his left front ankle being inflamed during parts of his career. This time, it was his left front ankle that had to be filled, ending his 1975 season. At the same time this was going on, Sherrill Ward, the trainer for Forego, was dealing with his own health complications, which forced him to retire at the end of 1975. Forego would then be given to Frank Whiteley Jr., who trained the famous Ruffian, and he was quoted as saying, "When I got him, he didn't have but one sound leg." The National Thoroughbred Championship had lost its star horse. Even with a star-studded cast still slated to run, which included Queen's Plate winner L'Angelaire, Travers Stakes winner Holding Pattern, and future Racing Hall of Famer Ancient Title, it wasn't enough. No replay of the race exists, and only a few newspaper clippings and photographs remained verifying of the race's existence. The winner of the race was an Argentinian mare named Dulcia, who had won the Vanity Handicap earlier that year, and was trained by Charles Whittingham, the Bald Eagle. The National Thoroughbred Championship only lasted another year. It was again won by Charlie Whittingham, but information is so sparse about this second running that I don't even know the name of the horse who won the race. After that, the National Thoroughbred Championship was finished, and it took another 8 years for a race like it to appear. And this time, it was under a new name and with a bigger purse, and more races, the Breeders' Cup World Championship. Instead of it being one big finale race, there was 7, for 7 different categories of racing. Juveniles, juvenile fillies, milers, sprinters, turf, dirt, you name it. And 37 runnings later, the Breeders' Cup World Championship has now doubled its size in races, with 14 races and 2 days. So, as we race towards the 38th running of the Breeders' Cup World Championship, I hope you understand that it wasn't always like this, and the Breeders' Cup Championship didn't always start out looking like this. And I hope you learned something new. See you guys next time.